Sheree, thank you for your help with this. The dream began with me in a doctor's office at the local clinic here in town. And I was sitting on that little table that you walk into a medical clinic and sit on, okay? And I was being informed of the level of pneumonia that I had and the time I could expect to be healed completely from it. So I did have pneumonia. That was very real in the dream. And I'm at the doctor's office finding out the level of pneumonia I had and how when I would be healed from it. The doctor then informed me that a specialist would be in to see me in a few moments, and I should simply watch the medical information screening across this TV in the room. And none of the clinics in our community have no TVs in the room at all. And he told me just to watch it. So the room darkened, and really from the beginning, then I get off the table, and in my spirit, I'm at the door watching me watch the screen. The room darkened, and the screen revealed running taglines saying things like this: avoid the unvaccinated. These people are dangerous. Please inform authorities of all sightings. So this was on the news. There was obviously concern about people who hadn't got the mandate. Then the screen showed a group of about 8 people. They were running along a ditch line near a field of corn that had not been harvested yet. It was still on it still had the still had the corn on it. It was still up strong. They had backpacks, and they had several large earth brown tarps, like you would cover something on the back of a truck or something. The sun was setting, and there were scouts ahead of them. So there were 2 people running ahead, and they had several hanging out behind. And they were watching the road. They were watching for lights. They were watching for activity. And when lights appeared on the road in either direction, they quickly went into the field about 30 foot in, and they covered themselves with the tarp, and they laid very, very still and quiet right next to the dirt. No movement, no noise were made at all until the vehicle was past them. And it was very coordinated, because even though these people had kids, and they also had dogs, larger dogs like German Shepherds. I don't know if that means, I didn't tell Cherie that, but they were just larger dogs that were kind of like guarding and watching and could protect as well. As the threat passed, the people emerged, and they ran straight ahead until they came to a T in the road. And the scouts from the other side of that road, there was a railroad track that ran perpendicular to the road they were coming in on. And the railroad track was up on a slight embankment, and they flashed lights. The scouts flashed their flashlights at them, basically to get those folks to cross the road quickly. Once they all got in the ditch on the other side of the railroad track, a light began to appear in the window of an attached garage just on the other side of this railroad track, in a home about 50 feet from the tracks. It was completely dark at this time, so I'd watched it on the screen kind of go dark. And as the group crawled, they began to, the scouts started moving the people to crawl, and they were crawling on the ground. So the scouts were like doing like that, come on, but they were moving slowly across the ground. And then they crawled through a window in this garage where the light was. And as soon as they crawled through that window and the window was shut, all 8 of them, helicopters appeared in the air with searchlights, and they were spotlighting the road and the ground where those folks had been moving. All the lights in the garage were off. Then the scene on the TV changed to an EMS alert, and the signal started blaring with a reporter indicating that martial law had just been declared, and that anyone caught outside after the curfew of 7 p.m. would be arrested and taken to their local cab. And there was a sign that showed that CAB stood for COVID Authority Bureau. So they just kept talking about if you're outside, you will be taken to your local COVID Authority Bureau, the CAB, for processing and fines up to $10,000. And the reporter kept emphasizing, if you see something, say something, and safeguard your community from the dangerous assailants by doing your part, and do your country proud and turn them in. So there was definitely division. The next screen then showed people being hogtied and thrown into the back of cattle trucks, taken off with people yelling and screaming. There were people who were left behind that were yelling and screaming. Those were thrown in the cattle trucks. But these people who were putting them in the trucks, they were very well armed, semi-automatic shotguns. And they had cattle prods, and they were using them on these people. So it was just a bad situation. They were being taken somewhere. Next scene, and this is the one that I shared with Cherie, that even if I didn't share the whole dream, this I needed to share somehow. It was a medical laboratory. It looked like a Dr. Frankenstein lab. Electricity and flashes of lights. It looked like lasers and things that were all over the place. And there was a very, very large glass tube about the size of a hot tub. It was clear and transparent. You could see through it. It was filled what appeared to be with blood, or at least a very thickened agent. And the lights and the lasers and the electricity was buzzing into this, and parts of it were boiling. And then it would like get opaque, but it stayed red. It stayed thick. and it churned like it was boiling. It would change color slightly, but it maintained that dark and bright blood appearance. And there were 4 people strapped to beds, held down by their necks, their chests, their hips, their feet, and their hands. So they could not move. Now, these people who were strapped down had no fear on their faces, or they weren't shaking in fear, but they were obviously sick. They were inflamed. And all 4 of them looked like they were in the process of dying. They all looked sick. One of the lab people dipped a big pitcher, into the vat of what appeared to be blood and poured it into 4 smaller cups. And then he wiped the bottom off of those 4 cups. And one caretaker for each of the 4 people came forward, grabbed that smaller cup, and poured a few drops on the foreheads of the first 3 people specifically, just not the last one. And they waited as each person started moving and moaning a bit, and then they were asked how they felt. First person was an older lady, and she said she felt the pain leaving her hip, and she began to laugh like she was joyful, and then suddenly she started convulsing, like someone having a seizure, and she was screaming, and she just died. The heart monitor was beat, 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 just like that, like you see in the movies, and so she just died furiously and quickly, and the caretaker didn't even seem to care. He just began to make a note on a chart. He didn't seem alarmed by the result or the death. The next 2 men were very, very young. They were shaking very nervously as the questions were asked about how they were feeling. And once again, they'd had the blood put on their face and their foreheads. One said he was feeling heat in his chest, and actually he was younger in his spirit, so to speak. And his mind suddenly snapped. It was just like he was having a stroke right there in front of people. Situation got bad. He stopped moving. The caretaker took notes and just simply brought the sheet up over his face. The third young man was making involuntary muscle movements that were shaking the bed, almost like he was having a seizure, but it was so hard and so thick it was moving the bed. And then they would kind of let him go, and he would rest and go in unconscious, and then they would come back. They would go out. So he wasn't dying, but he was in trouble. And the caretaker suggested they take him to a secondary observation room, as they seemed to have had some success with this one. The last lady, and this is one that gets my attention. She was a little bit younger, late 20s, early 30s, and she begged them not to do anything to her, like don't put the blood on me, don't do anything. Obviously, they've been doing these tests with this blood for a while. But she begged them not to do anything more to her. And the caretaker simply pulled out a shot out of like inside his jacket, took the tap off, injected this into her arm, gave her the shot, and just watched her stroke out and die. No remorse, no concern, no nothing. It was hard to watch. The caretaker made a note. On the screen went blank, and then I'm back. I'm sitting in the clinic on that little chair thing you sit on in the doctor's office. And the door opened, and the man that I see so often walked in. And I said to him, I spoke out loud, and I said, I take it that you are the specialist. And he said, you're right, and I will explain what you have seen if you would like to understand. And I said emphatically, please explain what I'm seeing. And he began, he said, you are seeing the present future and the coming conservative purge. The Antichrist spirit is here, and yet they begin to make the purchase to deceive the world with healing blood that will mock the blood of Christ. This blood is not as my blood and will never heal or forgive or restore, but they have to appear as it has power, even if it's empty. Yet many will claim and empty their will to declare its worthless value. You can never not be braced anymore. And every believer is about to have their bracing revealed and the foundation uncovered. And then he said this, as a specialist, I warn you to take salve for your eyes, to stop coating your life with wine and stay fully sober. And I want to say something very quickly right there. I've never drank a drop of alcohol in my life. I grew up in the home of an alcoholic father. I saw what alcohol did. I never touched it. So I believe very, very much that the specialist, the Lord was telling me in that sense that we as believers have got to make sure we keep our minds sober and focused. I know there's a lot of believers right now that are all into social drinking, and I can get by with this and I can get by with that. We're at a place and time in our faith and in our nation where we cannot afford to have any outside influence on our thinking, our ideas, our behavior, our attitude, or characteristics. I saw my dad do plenty of dumb things when he was drunk, and I got to see, he would take me to the bars with him on Friday night, and I got to see people do stupid stuff that they would never have done otherwise. And I want to make sure that believers understand that if we have ever needed to be solely focused and really, the Bible says, do not get drunk with wine wherein there is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, and the Spirit will bring understanding and revelation of what God's trying to say. So I just want to make very, very clear. I've never drank in my life, not a drop. And so when I see this is a message not just to me, it's to the church as well. But he said, and stay fully sober as the day has arrived for the testing of your life. And if you try to take a test under the influence of something else, you'll not pass it. He then touched my forehead. Now, as far as I remember in all the dreams, that man has never touched me. But he touched my forehead, and I could see from outside of myself that there was an ashen mark on my head with a fingerprint on it. Index fingerprint of the specialist was just right here in the middle of my head, in this little ashen, almost like on the Sundays in the Catholic Church where they take the ashes. Then he reached into his left jacket pocket, and with his right hand took out a small white cloth, and he wiped it off. And he said, I am marking those who are mine, and I will walk beside them in the fire. Even though some of you here in this country will meet me soon on the other side. He grabbed my hand, he squeezed until I could feel goodness and virtue coming into my body. I could feel something going from him into me. I almost wonder it was like what the woman with the issue of blood felt when she touched the hem of his garment. And then he said, be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. Then the room went blank.